My name is William Brown, and this is my story. I was born in 1925. I will be 91 years old. I was born in a place called Bel Air, Maryland, 23 miles north of Baltimore. It was a small town. We had two streets where blacks lived. After high school, they had a draft where when you were 21 years old, you had to register. After you went in the Army, they gave you a Bible. It was signed by President Roosevelt. I still got the Bible, and it's a Bible, New Testament, and it had a steel cover over it. And you're supposed to wear that in your fatigues over top of your heart. We got on the Queen Mary, went over to Scotland, stayed there around about 3 or 4 weeks during training. During World War II, the rumor had been spread out in front of us that we were dirty, we had tails, we smelled, and you'd see them take their hands and they'd rub to see if they could rub this off. We were assigned to the combat engineers. And then we were also clearing minefields. I would disengage the bomb with a device similar to a bobby pin. If it's on the ground, you could see the protruding things coming up. You just put a flag around it. Unfortunately, one of my comrades made a mistake and the mine went off. He lost his arm. I was wounded on the side and my arm here. And from there I came back to the States, got discharged, and I went to Morgan. I was at Morgan from 46 to 50 where I met my beautiful wife, Gloria Brown. I watched these fellows who were outstanding athletes come to Morgan on these scholarships. And I said, I think I can handle these guys. I got a scholarship from Morgan. We were pretty good. We ran the Madison Square Garden. We set a record up at the Penn Relays, stood for 26 years. I was fortunate enough to win a silver medal in the 800 meters and a gold medal in the 1600 meter relay. And this was the Pan Am Games, 1951. After the Olympics, I came back to Bel Air, and they offered me a job in Central Consolidated, upper part of the county. And then when they integrated, I went to Bel Air High School. My kids used to question me. He said, Daddy, why do I have to get up and get on a bus and drive 20-some miles to go to a school, and I could just walk a half a mile right across the road? And try to explain that to a 7, 8-year-old kid is kind of difficult. I've got a master's degree in health and physical education from Temple University. I got 30 hours beyond that for the University of Maryland and Loyola College in Baltimore. And just think 10 to 15 years before, I couldn't go, and now they pay for it. Bill Blewett. Blewett was a track guy from Oklahoma. He decided to have a track meet named after me. It's called the Bill Brown Cross Country Series. It's right about 300 or 400 children. It's been going on for 18 to 19 years. They have at least 300 or 400 kids that are running. From where I started and where I ended up, it's tremendous. Apple Street has been a really upward mobile thing for me. I travel 35 miles to come to church. God has been good to me. He has blessed me. I've been very lucky. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. One thing that we are liking, the idea of looking out for each other. When I was coming home, you had so-and-so was sitting on the side of the road, and it was like, how did they go today? And you said something. Nowadays, you can come down, somebody can be bleeding, and somebody will walk right past you. The judicial system has a lot to be desired, in my opinion. The federal status that we have in this country is questionable, in my opinion, but I've got faith in God, and we all are God's children. And He's not going to put more on you than you can bear, although people might try.